You are watching an Al Bear review. Cue the music. Ah. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am back with a lot of celebrities. Sure happy it is Thursday. Listen, I had a lot of things I want to talk about this week. Because, I felt like last week was kind of dry. Other than, little Jordan Woods Chloe situation. But, this week it was just so much going on. You know what I'm saying? It was, oh Lord, man. Robert Kelly and Kodak, Lil Wayne. List goes on and on and on. But anywho, that's that. Anyway, but before we get started, March is, National Women's Month. So we celebrating women, and in honor of that, I'm wearing my Free JT t-shirt. City girl, she made history. Well, she didn't make history, but she's a city girl, and the other city girl created a new word that my girlfriend mama telling me all the time ain't a word, but flued out is gonna be in the Urban Dictionary. So that's a shout out to the, city girl, Free JT. Y'all know you hip with foolishness. Anywho, so, I hate it, but I'm kind of tired of talking about R. Kelly. I really am, but we got to start with R. Kelly. Apparently, R. Kelly done went back to jail. He owed $106,000 in child support. Excuse me. He owed over $160,000 in child support, so they done came and picked him up again. But my quick thoughts on that is, let me be honest with you now. I've never been on child support. That's most important. But Andre Kelly, or Andrea, whoever, however you say her name, she always, when she speak on the whole Robert, being a monster, etc., she always, don't speak, she just tell her story. But she never speaks ill of him. You get what I'm saying? So, for me, I just wonder, why won't she just go down to the courthouse and take this man off child support? I mean, both of the children grown. Take this man off child support and make y'all let me know if I'm wrong or right. I don't know but wouldn't, if she go down there and take this man off child support, it wouldn't be no back child support to be owed. I think his youngest child, which is his daughter, is like 19. So, but anyway, but that's it. But let's talk about this interview. I know everybody's seen the interview that was on CBS News or whatever, CBS Morning, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. But first off, I got to give Gayle King a kudos, man. She was able to sit down with, R. Kelly. And if y'all seen the interview, man, he was all over the place, emotional, XYZ. I'm gonna just give my quick thoughts on it, because I just, because it just feels like nothing gonna happen to me. You know what I mean? So I don't really want to spend, too much of my energy and, my brain power trying to, think of entertaining or, just different scenarios or whatever with it. But anyways, my takeaway from the interview is, he was very passionate, and I know a lot of people I heard Charlamagne the God was just like, he would never, he don't see why, Gayle even sat down with R. Kelly. The only reason why somebody should sit down with R. Kelly is if he's going to confess. I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? Only because if you're a true journalist, this is your job. You got to sit in through the BS and, through the gold journalism, the gold journalism. So, it's just journalism. So, and also when I was watching Good Morning America or whatever channel, whatever channel it came on, they had this guest up there. I don't know her name. She, pretty looking young lady. She had on a blue dress, and she made the comment that, after the interview or whatever, that, it seems as though on social media and all that, on all those type of media platforms, that he doesn't have a lot of support, just a lot of negativity going around out there. My pushback to that would be, you know what I'm saying? Negativity is going to always overshadow positivity. You know what I mean? So, I kind of equate it to the quiet Trump supporters. You know what I'm saying? Now you do have loud Trump supporters and you do have loud R. Kelly supporters, but I just believe somewhere that there's a large group of quiet R. Kelly supporters who just can't afford to speak up because, you know what I'm saying, they'll be demonized, especially in the world that we live in today. So I disagree with that because, you know, maybe she need to come look at my social media because my Twitter was more so making fun of it, like memes, and then you had people that just saying like, you know, R. Kelly, he ain't do this. But let's get to the interview. He said a couple topics. He said a couple things that I want to address. And I know originally back when I was doing the Surviving R. Kelly recaps, I was saying we need to separate, you know, the parents and the enablers and all of those who, help him become this monster. But after watching this interview, I think that we can't do that anymore. We have to, at least the parents for right now. And this is gonna sound weird because I agree with everything that pretty much anybody says about R. Kelly being, rape. Well, they never really call him a rapist, but just taking advantage of young women, 14, 15, 16-year-old women. I would agree. I agree he has a problem that only, him and Jesus Christ can fix. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just think that devil is in him. But anyway, so to this whole parents dynamic of what I want to discuss. R. Kelly basically said he denied, holding these women or children or whatever you want to call them against their will. And I have to actually agree with him on that. Reason being, and I know it's weird, but I thought about it. And my thing would be, just ask yourself this question, how many parents who has daughters with R. Kelly, or had daughters with R. Kelly, how many of them basically gave them to R. Kelly? They knew R. Kelly, that they was going and working with R. Kelly, supposed to be on music or whatever lie he told them to let them trust him with with their daughters or whatever the case is. The point I'm trying to make is, I just really feel like if a parent, you know the rumors, you know the allegations, and you go as far as to let your daughter go out on the road, spend nights with him or whatever the case is, you are, your daughter's legal guardian, parent, legal guardian, whatever the case is. Isn't that like giving him consent to do whatever it is that he gonna do to her? I mean, I'm just asking because as a parent, this R. Kelly stuff ain't new. If somebody was to say, they never heard that R. Kelly, messing with little girls, it's hard for me to believe it. Not saying they lying, but it's hard for me to believe it. But as a parent, you willingly give your child, and I believe it was the two young ladies, what is that girl? Jocelyn Savage and Azriel. Today they came out and said their parents just want some money. And I mean, it's to me, do I think R. Kelly have a problem? Yes. Do I think he's a monster? Yes. Do I think he have demons that only that nobody can deal with but him and Jesus? Yes. But when I sit back and really think about this thing, how many underage girls, parents, let their daughters go and be with him for whatever reason they want to believe to themselves, whether it was for music or whatever? How many have done that? And my thing is, if you're a parent and you tell your child that they can go here, they can go there, or they can go with this person, a child is not old enough to give consent, but a parent or a legal guardian is. So I just look at it from that standpoint. So that's that. Another thing I wanted to address was he went full Denzel Washington on Training Day mode. R. Kelly said, "Man, y'all fight for my life. Man, I gave y'all 30 years. 30 years. He went full training mode on Gail. Whole time Gail was just sitting there unbothered, like, Negro, sit your behind down. We, you know what I'm saying, we got some things to discuss. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it was funny now. It was funny. But you know, to see him get emotional like that, I know the PhD psychologist and everybody gonna come out and say, see, you know, a man that has nothing to hide, a man that's not guilty, wouldn't be upset like that. Wouldn't show that type of anger and rage. But I'm a man, and you accuse me, and you know, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that. But you know, I'm a man, if I'm accused of doing something that could put me away for 70 years, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's hard to. Hey, I ain't going down. Listen. Let me tell you something. I ain't taking the Bill Cosby approach. you feel me? Just sit back and, you know, think all this money I got gonna fix whatever problems I have. No. You know what I'm saying? But 70 years in prison, Lord, man, I don't know. So I did want to say that. Another thing I wanted to address was, because, you know, it was, to me, the interview was more entertaining. And the reason being is because, you know, I was talking to a couple people today and they were just like, why did he go do an interview? Like, why did he wait until now? Let me tell you something. If whoever R. Kelly, PR, team, person, whoever they are, I have to give them credit. They are what I would call some geniuses. Why would he, after being acquitted years ago, do a sit-down interview, make public statements or whatever the case is toward charges that he's been cleared of? What sense do that make? It makes none. You keep moving on. You don't stay in the past. And now his PR team is looking at it from the standpoint, and he mentioned this in the interview, and I ain't saying that he ain't, you know, I'm not saying that he dumb, but what I am saying is I felt like his PR team told him this. Basically, he said that they're trying to bring up my past and link it to these allegations to find me guilty, and you just can't do that. And he also denied everything. He said he never did nothing. We ain't gonna even talk about that because, you know, we all know how we feel about him saying he not did nothing. And that's just not how the, you know what I'm saying, the court system works. You cannot, you know what I'm saying, bring up evidence. Wait, you know, you gotta leave the past in the past. You gotta deal with what evidence we have on the table in front of us right now. That's just how it works. But I felt like his PR team told him that, like, Robert, look, they trying to bring stuff up from 06, 08, link it to this to put you away. We got to figure out a way to get out in front of it. And the best way, the only thing we can do is to have a public sit down and you to just let your raw emotions out. That's the only thing I can think of. But his PR, to me, I know y'all may disagree, but why would he speak on allegations or charges that he's been acquitted from? He's never been convicted of anything, so why would he speak on those things? Why? What publicist, what PR team would tell somebody, Lily, you need to speak on this, because if you don't, you know this what? No, they were like, you gotta quit it. No, it ain't hurting you none. You still stepping in the name of love. You still sleeping with, you and Usher still sleeping with the same girl. All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? You and T-Pain still a flirt. All that came after. So why? So people that saying, why now? Think about it. Also, that might have been it. And then, he brought up he want to have a relationship with his kids, but they kind of in an odd situation given everything that's going on with him, and yada yada yada. But all in all, if you ask me, I don't think R. Kelly going to prison. I don't, and the reason I don't is because all he needs is just one R. Kelly supporter or R. Kelly believer that's on that jury. He got a greater chance of getting a mistrial than getting all 12 saying that he's guilty. And I'ma just throw this out there. I know they got Bill, but him and Bill got different peers, if you know what I mean. Let me show you. R. Kelly Bill Cosby. You feel what I'm saying? Let me show you again. R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, just for the slow ones. You know what I'm saying? Slow it down, say it twice for the slow ones. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me. You know, I think at this point, you know, there needs to be some repercussion for the parents as well as R. Kelly. Because I'm sorry, man. Y'all, R. Kelly even went as far as said one of the parents signed a contract saying that he can basically have their daughter. So tell me, how is that holding their child against her will when they get given signature consent? They put they signature on it. And I ain't trying to sound like no R. Kelly apologist, because I'm not. He a monster. He deserves to be put under the jail. Hell, somebody pull up to him, bang, bang, you know, chitty, chitty, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Knock him off the face of the earth for all I care. But I'm just saying, you know, at first I was like, you know, let's just worry about the monster R. Kelly. Let's not worry about the parents, the enablers, and, you know, all of those. So anywho, I think that's all I really want to say about that. And if it's something else, I'll come back to it. But anyways, moving on. Kodak Black versus, I guess, Regina Carter, because Lil Wayne is unbothered by all of this. You know what I'm saying? He basically got up on stage and was like, what Lil Wayne had or something. He should have died when he was a baby, and Regina clapped back. Now my thing is, me personally, I don't have a problem with Regina clapping back. You know, I'm a Kodak fan. I'm from Florida. I love his music. I even love, you know what I'm saying, Kodak, man. He you know, he out there, but I love him. And I mean, I don't know, man. Kodak, for some reason, every now and then he'll do this stupid stuff, but for the most part, he just a stupid, dumb kid. But I mean, the disrespect toward Lil Wayne, it just goes as far as to show that these new wave of rappers have zero respect for guys who paved the way. You know, that paved the way for them, but you know, they don't care nothing about it. Just like Offset did an interview saying that old rappers should kiss their feet because the rap game is higher than ever. The reason why the rap game is higher than ever is because now white people have fully embraced the hip hop / black culture. Has fully embraced it. That's why you see white girls walking around here with big booty shots, they twerking, they get their hair braided, and they, you know, these white boys listening to all the trap music, and that is why, you know, it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? That happened with Lil Wayne. So, Kodak, man, apologized because, you know, he said some crazy stuff to Regina. He was like, man, ain't nobody studying you or your daddy. But it was so funny because ain't Toya married to a new dude? Why she defending Lil Wayne? I feel a way as my wife defended her ex from back in 1999, 2000. I feel a way like, no, babe, hold on now. This me and you. Stay out of that mess now. We ain't got to do with that. But anyway, so Toya went on and commented on the little video on the shade room that Kodak put up, you know, telling Regina, girl, get on, nobody stay your daddy. You know, Toya was like, boy, F you. And I love Kodak response, boy. This is what I'm talking about right here. Kodak say, if I ain't have no girlfriend, I F the S.H.I.T out your fine ass. Happy New Year's, hashtag God bless. Listen, you gotta love the pettiness. Listen, I love foolishness. I do. Foolishness I love it now. But anyways, moving on. I know you guys seen that Will Smith will be playing Richard Williams in the upcoming, I guess, Venus and Serena documentary film or whatever the case is. And I don't know why people were tripping, man. They had a light skinned Will Smith can't play a dark skinned man. What? We talking about Will Smith. See, it just goes to show you that I ain't gonna even put myself in that category, but fans, y'all just so disrespectful. Like, they finally doing a movie on two super black women heroes. And y'all worried about who playing Richard Williams? You need to be worried about who they gonna get to play Serena with that big old booty. That's all. Hey, that's what you need to be worried about. But and who gonna do the little braids and put the beads on the girl's head for the, you know, when they were younger? That's what y'all need to be worried about. But me personally, You know, I think it's a good look. Let's get an all-star cast to do the movie. Will Smith as Richard Williams. I don't know who's gonna play Venus and Serena and the Mama, but let's get an all-star staff, all-star crew, and let's do this the right way and show the Williams sisters the proper respect that they deserve with this documentary. So, you know, that's that. So, anywho, moving on. Kanye West, my guy. I love Kanye. Apparently, you know, slavery is not a choice. Well, if it was a choice, he chose slavery. Y'all remember those comments? So apparently, his record label contract with his record label and publishing contract with EMI basically states that he is not allowed to retire. So now he is filing a lawsuit against them. But you know, the most important thing I want to talk about with this, it just goes to show you how the industry take advantage of us talented, black, gifted men when we are young and vulnerable, which is why a lot of artists now are doing their own thing, not even worried about trying to sign a deal, because when back then, it was different in the game. You know what I'm saying? It was all about trying to get on. So whoever offered you a record deal or whatever you signed, it was no, I'm going to be independent and pay for everything out of my own pocket. That was never the case. So it just goes to show you, man, how, you know, jacked up the music industry was and still is. You know, they make people sign these slave 360 deals where basically they're going to be working for them for the rest of their life. And because you are artists who just need backing, you cannot afford not to sign a deal, at least back then. Nowadays it's different with all the streaming and, you know, all that good stuff like that. But so I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But Kanye, man, hey, listen, man, go to court, tell the judge, you know what I'm saying, look here, I give you a pair of Yeezys, I send you a naked picture of Kim or, you know, Chloe single if you want to, Yana. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Get out that contract, man, because that's definitely slave-like mentality. But like I said, you know, sometimes you got to watch your words. But it just goes to show, he signed the deal when he was a young pup, didn't know any better, didn't read it, obviously. And if he hired somebody to read it for him, they obviously overlooked this part or didn't tell him about it on purpose. So, you know, that's crazy. So, last but not least, I got to talk about these gold diggers out here. Kevin Garnet, you know, former NBA player, future Hall of Famer, him and his wife's name is Brandy Padilla, however you say her name. You know, they've been married 14 years, but apparently they're getting divorced. Now, this is helpful. She won $109,000 in supporting money. Now, let me tell you the breakdown. Let me tell you the reason I got an issue with this whole $109,000. I understand, you know what I'm saying, they got chilling and she got a lifestyle, but you know, I'm about to get in these gold diggers something else. So long story short, the $190K is broken down like this. She wants $46,000 for child support a month, right? And then the other $146,000 for spousal support. My thing is, why do you need more? Why do you need an extra $100K? I'm about to word this all wrong, but why don't she need an extra $100K to her kids though? Is she saying that she worth more than her kids to this man? Is that what she's saying? I mean, it should just be about the kids. Like, just ask for, that's a lot of money, $190,000 a month. See, that's why these old heads that sit, look, I'm from a small little town, you know, in Florida, you know what I'm saying? The old heads always tell you it's cheaper to keep her. And he'll be a fool to almost be willing to kick out almost $200,000 a month just for her and the kid. Can I tell you something now? Hey, they're gonna sound bad, but if you get $200,000 a month from me, I'm trying to be like, come over here and ask me for no Gucci, no Nike, no Jordan, no nothing. Oh, your mama got no $200,000, no, but I don't know. I just got an issue with it. I don't know. That's just a lot of money, man. I'm sorry, man. The kid's 46, but you need $146,000. You need $146,000, but your kids only need 46. I just feel like it's more so about her. But y'all may disagree, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just looking at it like that because I'm a guy. And I have no issue with a man having to pay child support, for that matter, spousal support. Because my thing is, if you've been with these women, you know what I'm saying, for however long, they are entitled to some of that, some of those earnings. I do believe that. Also, Joseph Phillips, former Cosby Show. He was on the Cosby Show as well as what's the show at Whitney? Whitney and Dwayne. Man, y'all know what Living in Color. No, not Living in Color. Shoot, but anyway, he was on that show too. Not Living in Color, but the show at Whitney and Dwayne and all them. I can't think of the name of it right now. I used to watch it all the time, but he's trying to get spousal and child support from his ex-wife, and I just look weak, man. You an actor, man. Take your butt to work. Tyler Perry gave the other Cosby star, I forget his name, but Tyler Perry gave him a job. Go, call Tyler and say, bro, you got a role for him. I can play on the haves and the have-nots, and if not, then you pursue this situation. And last but not least, I kind of want to end with something. Do y'all want to talk about this? About the student from Florida. He was a 6th grader. He was from Lake Wales. He was in 6th grade, and I can't think of his name. He's from 6th grade, and he's from Lake Wales, Florida. There was a substitute teacher there, and he refused to stand for the pledge. And he was basically saying, pledge. He in 6th grade, but he was standing on something. He was like, nah, it's disrespectful. Y'all, y'all don't respect us, yada yada yada. So, long story short, him and the substitute had words, and the substitute told the principal that he threatened her and the principal also said he threatened her. Long story short, they pressed charges on a kid that's in the 6th grade. Jay-Z hired a lawyer, and they cleared all of it up. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a huge plus. You in the 6th grade. Why are they even trying to charge a 6th grader with any type of crime? That just makes no sense at all to me. But I believe that's all I have. I did want to talk about, and I don't think I'm going to talk about it because, it'll take me a whole hour to talk about it, but I'm going to mention it before I go. It was in London this past week. London doctors or, whoever they is over there, they believe they cured the second patient in the world, or the second person in the world. They believe they cured HIV with the cancer treatment. And like I said, I won't talk about it too much because I can go on and on about this topic, man. I got all type of conspiracy theories, and I got all type of medications that I believe can actually cure HIV, but they believe they cured HIV through a chemo treatment, a cancer treatment, and I just believe that's very cool. I believe it's about time that somebody step from behind that piano and tell the truth like that. We do have a cure for this. Because I do believe that each and every government, or the governments as a whole, they have a cure for it. It's just a matter of, do they want to give it to, to the public or not? And obviously they don't. But whoever this person was who had cured the HIV through, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't believe it was intentional. I don't know. I have to go back and read the article because I was in the gym and I seen it on CNN. And I pulled up the article, but I never actually read the article in its entirety. But it's pretty cool if they have found a cure for HIV, man. Let's get these people cured. Let's get them back to living everyday normal lives, which they still are, you know what I'm saying? But they could be disease free. But I believe that's all I have, guys. I'm trying to think, any last thoughts on the R. Kelly situation? No, not really. You know what I'm saying? Other than, I think I said my piece. I believe, and it's hard to believe, but like I said, if you're a parent and you let your child go with a monster, that's giving consent, and it's just sad. Like, you need to be punished. As much or more so as R. Kelly. But maybe they should come out with a creative law that basically says, whatever time Mr. Robert or any perpetrator receives, the enablers are going to receive the same exact sentence because they are just as guilty as he is. And we'll see how many parents and parents come forward then. But until next time, guys, I'm out of here with the celebrity. Sure, happy it's Thursday. I hope y'all have a happy Thursday. And I'll see you guys next week or next time something big happen. I'm out of here. Peace.